Hi. Okay, so this is going to be my first official video, besides my introduction video. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite spiritual tools that I use right now, and that might be something you might be interested in getting to. Sorry, my incense is going a little crazy right now. But that actually brings me to my first thing, incense. I'm sure many of you have heard of incense and probably use incense. Um, I really, really like to use incense when I am meditating or trying to get in contact with my soul more. It just helps like center me and just focus my mind and sort of helps in a way elevate me and my frequency. Okay. So my favorite incense, now I don't really know exactly what it is, so you might be annoyed with me for sharing this with you because I don't know if this place has a website or not. But I live in Columbus, Ohio, okay? And there's this place called Pearls of Wisdom. It's a really cool place. And they make their own incense, and it is my favorite. I'll be honest with you, incense wasn't always my favorite thing, just because I never really found a scent, and sometimes it's too overpowering. Sometimes it still is too overpowering. But I really just fell in love with this, and it's going to be like my scent my exclusive scent, because I've just never found one that I love as much as I love this. So this is from Pearls. So incense is a great spiritual tool to just sort of help center you. I will put this warning out there. Make sure that you get something that catches the incense and stay in the same room that you're burning incense in. A little side story. My brother burned incense in his apartment, and he has a hallway that goes to his bedroom. And he had the hallway door closed and was working out in his bedroom. The incense was in the living room. His apartment caught on fire. He's okay. His cats were okay. Everyone was okay. And it was really just the chair that set on fire. But the whole place was covered in smoke. He couldn't see anything. The fire department had to come. It was a mess. So if you burn incense, be careful. Even if it has a tray, he had a tray for it. We think maybe one of the cats knocked it over, but it doesn't matter. Just be careful. Stay in the same room as your incense. Okay, just be careful. But yes, great tool, great for like aromatherapy and just really helping to, I think, elevate frequency. Okay, staying with like aromatics and stuff like that. I love light sage. Again, I get everything pretty much from the spiritual stores here in Columbus. So this is also from Pearls, but you can get white sage on Amazon. Amazon has a lot of really great things that you can get, and honestly, it's more reasonably priced, I think, than even some of the stores I go to. But white sage is awesome. It is a cleansing plant, okay? So you'll see that there are a lot of different types of herbs that you can burn around to do things with the energy. White sage is a purifier. So you go through and you just thank the spirit of white sage, the plant spirit of white sage, for cleansing your apartment, and you just envision it driving out any negative residual energy that's here and taking all of that out, okay? So this is awesome. It smells good. You do want to be careful with it because it stays lit. You have to really put it out. The cleansing with white sage, I think, is called smudging. And yeah, this is a great tool. Great tool. Next, what I've recently started loving was Palo Santo. And this is just, oh my god, it smells so good. It smells so good. And Palo Santo is something I would say to use after you cleanse your space, or you can just use it if you don't feel like first, if you don't feel like there's bad energy in it. It's just I wouldn't use this before you sage, because then the sage might, I don't know if that's true, but like the sage just might cleanse the energy that Palo Santo brings in. So Palo Santo brings in good energy. It brings blessings into your space. It brings good vibrations. And I just got goosebumps thinking about it. It's beautiful, okay? I love Palo Santo. I definitely feel like I've noticed more blessings since I've started using this. I mean, there's infinite blessings around me always. But I feel like this is awesome. And it lasts a really long time. I got like a nice thick one. I'm like, gosh, it lasts a while. Sometimes I have to keep relighting this one just because it's so thick. It has harder time catching fire, but I like getting the thicker ones because they're the same price as the skinny ones at the store, and more for my money. But so Palo Santo. Okay, another thing that I am so into is our crystals. So I have a bunch. I just got 3 today because I will be doing full moon ritual later. Look how gorgeous these are. So these are both amethyst. I had one like this when I was younger, and I don't know what I did with it, but I've always wanted one like it since, and it's only like $12, so I thought these were like way more expensive than that, so that was awesome. This was like only $8. I think they call this dragon tooth or diamond tooth. Very cool. And then this is sulfur quartz. I know that clear quartz is like a very good purifying crystal. I'm not sure about sulfur quartz. I just thought that this was so beautiful. It was only $8 for a crystal this big and like this gorgeous. I was just like, I gotta get it. I really love the look of like raw crystals like this. A lot of the ones I have, however, are like the tumbled stones, just because I didn't know that I could afford the raw ones. So I always just got the tumbled stones just because I just thought that. But this is like a cool one. This is lapis lazuli. You can stick this in your pocket and just rub it. It feels great. Crystals are honestly just awesome. This is rose quartz. I love amethyst. This is a really cool amethyst. I think this is like flower amethyst. It's gorgeous. I have a bunch of other ones in here too. Oh my gosh. I just got moonstone too. Let me grab that real quick. Oh my gosh, where are my moonstones? Oh my gosh, where are my moonstones? I think the lady might have forgot to give me my moonstones, which is fine. Totally fine. We'll come back. But I got some really cool moonstone today as well. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, it's wonderful. Crystals, so the magic behind crystals are everything in our world vibrates, and those vibrations carry a frequency. So like, how fast are things vibrating? So we all vibrate. Anything that's living is vibrating. Anything made up of atoms is vibrating. That's at least how I understand it. It's like the atoms, like one. And crystals vibrate at certain frequencies. And those frequencies that they vibrate at are healing and have different healing properties. So that is really awesome. Oh yeah, in turquoise, I have a turquoise ring. This isn't a crystal. My dad just got me this really cool, like it's a picture of the moon with this like cool glass over it. It makes it look really cool. It's not a crystal. Sometimes people think it is. I thought it was for the longest time. I think it was like a year after I got it. Someone's like, I like your moon necklace. I was like, oh, I didn't know it was a moon. Anyway. Very cool. So, awesome. And then some other tools that I really love, my cards. Now, this is something that I honestly recommend for everybody. You have the power to interpret cards. Oh my gosh. I think that everyone could benefit from owning a set of oracle cards. I truly, truly do. Because it is a direct line to your higher selves, to source, to your angels, to your higher beings. It's amazing. So, sorry, I watch a lot of ASMR videos, so that's why I like to tap on things. But ask your guides. This is like my go-to deck by Sonia Choquette. I love this deck. This is awesome. I use this deck all the time. And Amazon. Another deck that I have is Wisdom of the Oracle. I started using this one more recently because I was doing a reading for a friend and she was called to this deck. So then I started kind of using it again after that. So also the imagery on both of these decks, like especially this one has beautiful imagery as well. This is just like I'll show you some of the cards. Just look. Oh my gosh, this one is so pretty. Let me show you this one. Oh. Look how beautiful that is. It's very beautiful cards. Awesome deck. Let's see. This is the one that I probably use the least frequently. It's my Angels of Abundance. I'm going to start using it again, though, more. I bought it because I went to one of that Pearls of Wisdom store I was telling you about. And this was the first deck that I bought. But when I got it, I just didn't feel as connected to it as I felt to these. So, and I have one more. And this is like a traditional tarot set. It's not the Rider-Waite, but it's traditional tarot. This is the Biddy Tarot. I love it. I love the imagery. They're really beautiful gold and purple cards. Oops, the guidebook just fell. But I'll just show you. Just very beautiful imagery on those cards. This is the one I second read the least frequently. Just because sometimes I have a harder time with traditional tarot interpreting it. I need to study it a little bit more. But with my oracle cards, I honestly used the guidebook with them for the longest time. My friend Ashley that I mentioned in my introduction video, she is like psychic. And she was like, just trust yourself. I didn't trust myself enough to do it. I had a lot of self-doubt working on that solar plexus chakra. And that work is paying off because I do intuitive readings now where I don't have to look at the guidebook. And they are the most accurate readings I've done. I'm still intimidated by this tarot deck, though. I do have this really cool book. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Tarot. And when I do a tarot reading, I use this book. I know a lot of people say, throw out the guidebook, Don't use the guidebook, trust your intuition. And I definitely think if you're called to do that, do it. I don't think there's anything wrong for using the guidebook if you're not as confident. Like, do it. For sure. So cards are a huge, huge spiritual tool that I just encourage everyone to get. I got my mom a deck. My sister has them. Like, they're just beautiful, and they just connect you right with God. Like, that's so cool. Right with your angels. It's amazing. And it's amazing because you'll end up pulling, like, you shuffle them, and you're going to end up pulling, like, the same cards. And you're like, how do I pull the same cards? Like, oh my gosh. So cool. Okay. So other cool tools that I use. This is really cool. I just got this from my job. It's a dream decoder. So it's really cool. I really want to do like ASMR, like tapping on this. But it just decodes like some of like your most common dreams. Like this one is a dream I have all the time. Like a car speeding out of control, or like I'm not in the driver's seat but no one's in the driver's seat and I missed my exit. And it offers you a really cool explanation. I know you could just Google it, but I thought the cards was something that was really cool to just like leave it on my coffee table when people come over. And I'm all about trying to like have a comfortable space for people. So if cards is something that makes people feel comfortable and they want to look at them, I definitely want to leave them out for them. I like never have people over, but hypothetically. My mom likes to go through them. My mom's the only one that comes over. Okay. Other thing, I just got this yesterday, but I think this is so cool. This is the Illustrated Signs and Symbols Source Book, an A to Z compendium of over 1,000 designs by Adele Nozadar. And this is cool because this has like a bunch of religious and spiritual. Oh, look how cool that is. We just opened a tarot and we're just talking about it. That's so cool. Like a lot of like religious symbols of all different religions. Pagan, Christianity, Islam, ancient Egyptian religions. And it's very cool. And honestly, this is like, to me, a way to help translate. Because let's say a lot of us have different spiritual beliefs. Maybe this is something that you and your friends can look through and be like, oh yeah, like you get to look up your friends' symbols of like important symbols in their religion and have an understanding, and like vice versa. I think this is such a cool book and a real way to unify people. And it was only $14.98 from Barnes & Noble. Another book, I want to talk about palmistry really quick. Because this is something that I was into a while ago. This is not the greatest book ever. I don't really suggest this book. I didn't really like it that much. But I got it from where I work, because I couldn't read it at work. And when I finished reading it, I was like, oh, wasn't that great? But palmistry is very, very accurate. So I read my sister's palm like years ago, and her reading just stuck with me. And then what I read from her palm came to fruition. And ever since then, I just have not read palms. I won't anymore, and I don't suggest it. I think that if you're a palm reader, it's awesome. I think that there's a lot of power in the palms. And sometimes I don't know if knowing your whole life, I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing. So I won't do it anymore, but I'm very interested in other people who read palms. Just sort of like if you use discretion when you're with people or what. I was reading a lot about it because I thought I might go to a palm reader like months ago. And like I was reading like horror stories about people who are working with lower vibrational beings and like scared someone about like, oh, I can tell you when you're gonna die because they're all telling me when you're gonna die. And so I just got like this very like negative view of palmistry, even though I think it's also beautiful at the same time. But I would definitely like to talk to some people who have experienced like lighter, positive, awesome things that come from it, because like palmistry honestly like scares the hell out of me, but it's so accurate. It's such a powerful tool. I just haven't figured out the right way to use it yet. So yeah, if you read palms or have knowledge of it, let me know. So yeah, oh, here's some cool books. This is my crystal book. Also got this from work. And this is just like some of the most popular crystals. It just gives a reminder. Honestly, I forget all the time because I get so many crystals what they all mean. I just know that usually the ones I get are self-healing and like healing and love, self-love and like stuff like that. But this just goes through and says each one. So this is a great spiritual tool to have. And then I'm also very into astrology. And so this book is really cool. The only astrology book you'll ever need. It's really cool. I don't own this book, but I want to give a shout out to Sextrology. Because my friend Ashley has that book. Sorry, my computer was sitting on my books, so sorry if I just made you dizzy. But, and it was a really awesome book that I read of hers, so that's a great spiritual tool as well. These are just tools for, I think, like, beginners. I have other books and stuff like that, for, like, more specific things, but this is just, like, a general, like, these are my general spiritual things, and, like, things that I think anyone could have, and, like, anyone, like, you don't have to do a lot of research for this stuff. So, I don't think so. But, you know, it's just something to keep in mind. If you're trying to start diving into stuff, these are some really cool things. I'm going to put all of the stuff that I showed you in the description. I need to figure out how to do that. But the only thing I won't put in there is, like, the Pearls of Wisdom stuff, because they don't have a website, but you can, like I said, get incense anywhere, and get cool things anywhere. Look at that. Look how pretty these are. Like, oh my gosh. Look how pretty. Like, this is so gorgeous. Just, like, look at that. Like, deep purple. Even this one, like, sulfur. But sulfur scares me for some reason. Probably because of Supernatural. But look at how gorgeous that is. And this was only $8. I was like, for real? So pretty. Alright. So anyway, this video's done. Thanks for watching. If you watched it and you want to talk, cool. Hopefully you liked this video. This is my first one, so it might have been all over the place, but I'll get better, I promise. So hit like and subscribe. That's something that a lot of YouTubers say. Anyway, hopefully we'll get to go on this spiritual journey together. I am doing a full moon ritual tonight, so I definitely think I'm going to make a video later tonight where it talks about full moon ritual, and in a couple of weeks I'm going to do one on the new moon ritual as well. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. If you watch this, cool. Hopefully this reaches one person that's not me. Okay, bye.